Why did somebody even send this to me? Really? See, by the time I've taken this thing apart, I've already worked past the value of this amplifier. Such a piece of crap. I fucking hate these things. Much? Okay. Power supply is fucked on this, but the power supply is probably fucked because the output's probably fucked. So if this has a dead output and a dead power supply, it might be just time to throw it away. I don't know why the guy sent this to me, because it's going to cost him more for me to repair it than it costs to buy a new one or a second-hand one that works. So this is the FLI amplifier board. So on the box, on the case for this amplifier, this is the front case, in case you're wondering, in case you haven't seen it yet. It says it's 400 watts. Now we have 2 channels, and each channel has a single PNP and a single NPN. Or at least 2 of them are dead, but I'm going to put 3205s in it maybe. No, I'm not going to put 3205s in it. I'm going to put something else that I've taken from some other amplifier. Okay, now let's check the class AB output transistors. Let's see if any of them are shorted or doing anything strange. Seems okay so far. That channel seems okay. How about this channel? Channel seems okay as well, so it's possible that it's just the power supply that died, in which case I should only have, yeah, the outputs seem to be fine. There could be a driver fault in here, but there's so little in this circuit. This is one channel here, this is another channel here, and then this is the power supply here with the transformer. I am good. I had a fantastic sleep last night. I'm feeling good. You know when you have one of those epic sleeps, you don't wake up once in the night time, you wake up in the morning, you feel all crazy refreshed, and you know you wake up at a good time as well. You wake up kind of one of them days where you wake up kind of early, but you don't feel like shit. Like usually when you wake up early, you wake up, oh fucking hell, it's a bit early, isn't it? But today I woke up and I was like, pretty early, but feeling good. Sí voy a hablar más español en la futura. Voy a ir hablo más español en las videos, porque me gusta español, es una idioma muy bonita, pero no sé mucho español para hablo en los videos para amplifier repair. I don't know enough. If I get really good at Spanish, I might do a whole amplifier repair video en español for all the Spanish speakers, and it'll be terribly funny because I'll probably say lots of things wrong. And so it'll probably be like if somebody in Spain is watching my amplifier repair video, it'll probably sound a bit like welcome to Hodoronic Press channel, and he tries to pronounce extraordinary. The guy tries to pronounce some words in English, and it's flipping hilarious how he pronounces them. Extraordinary is extraordinary. It's really funny. So that's how I'll probably sound to someone Spanish if I try and do an amplifier repair video in Spanish. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 power supply feds. Now I have a new pot for, so all of the dead parts that I take now from, because I get mountains. I end up with mountains and mountains of blown MOSFETs and parts, and I just put them all in a bin. So I had the idea. I had this spare sandcastle bucket, and so what I was going to do is I was going to put all the dead FETs in here, and then when it reaches the top, I was going to fill the rest of with resin and let it go hard, and then tip it up, and I'll have a dead blown MOSFET sandcastle, and I can line them up as like souvenirs of my repairs. Maybe even give them away. More fun videos. But literally every day for me at the moment is wake up, breakfast, workshop, dinner, because I don't really eat lunch, workshop, bed. It's just workshop, eat, sleep, workshop, eat, sleep, pretty much. Just fucking this thing. I've just removed the power supply FET, so I'm just gonna plug it in, and I'm gonna see whether the drivers are dead as well. Just basic power supply stuff. Basic power supply stuff. So we remove all the dead power supply FETs, and we plug the power, and we see if the drive waves look okay. Really standard basic stuff. I love my new bench power supply. I flipping love my new bench power supply. Absolutely here we go, here's a fuse. Absolutely fantastic. Many thanks to all the people who sent in donations to help me purchase my bench power supply. It's absolutely fantastic. It's made my life a whole lot easier. So yeah, this is the power supply section. We have 4 FETs, 4 power supply FETs. So if I probe the gate here and I turn the amplifier to the on, we should see, yes, if I turn my script to the correct setting, I had it on the setting for my other shit earlier. There we go. Okay, so drive waves on this one. Looks good. Yep, looks good. And then this side. Looks good. Looks good. Yep, they're all very equal, so we can go ahead and fit some new MOSFETs in there, and it should just work fine. Anyway, old FETs. So I have a drawer here which is labelled old PS FETs. So these are old power supply FETs that I have salvaged from amplifiers that had some that survived, that didn't kill the bank, etc. And if you know what you're doing, you can reuse these. So let's see, what have I got? I just need 4 matching ones. Yeah, I found you. I found you. I knew there'd be 4. Does it work though? It does. It works. Okay, wicked. So yeah, let's load these bad boys up. Put your sandcastle on eBay for bidding. I don't think anyone would buy it on eBay. I'll just give it away. At the end of the day, it's my rubbish. I mean, okay, the resin cost me whatever it cost for resin, but at the end of the day, it's my trash that I'm just making into a resin sandcastle. So these FETs go in upside down. So you can see they. You can't really see. But yeah, these FETs, they're kind of going upside down, so you have to put them in on the board like this. Bend them over so that they're facing down on the board like they're passed out drunk. And then they clamp to the heatsink. When we screw the board down into the heatsink, they clamp on to it that way. Ah, cool. So hopefully that's repaired now. So that's probably the quickest repair that I've ever done on live stream. Usually they're like 8 hours long for an amplifier. Because the ones I live stream are always the ones which are a headache, because it makes them more fun. Nice and cold now. So if I turn it on, whoop, and it's only drawing 0.3 of an amp. So they shouldn't be heating up at all. Do a stress test and test real watts. Should we test the real watts from this piece of crap amplifier, this piece of junk? I reckon, yeah, the FETs are staying dead stone cold, so that's all fine. This is repaired, provided it makes audio. Let's just plug our frequency generator in to ensure that it actually does make a sound. There we go. There's some audio. So yeah, this does make audio. Cool. So it works fine. So let's let's do a bench test then. I need to do a bench test. I need to put it back in the case. It's not going to make 400 watts. 400 watts is a straight up damn lie. And I know that by loading both channels it'll do less power, but I'm just curious to see how much power it does per channel just with one channel driven. So let's drive just the right channel first. What frequency should we test it at? So this is a full range amplifier, so I could test it at like 50 Hertz or like 1000 Hertz, or so it's maybe rated at 1000 Hertz, so maybe I should do it at 1000 Hertz. I need a big fly swat. Yeah, I need a flipping massive fly swat. What have I got? Yeah, I should do it. So people say, what do we reckon? 34 Hertz, 200, 1000, 1000, 60,000, 100, 666. Yeah. Okay, yeah, let's test it at 666. I like that. 666, because it's fucking bullshit. So can I get it to stop on 6? Oh wait, there it was. There it was. Go down and back a little bit more. So it's like 666.66 probably, because it's jumping between 6 and 7. So that's cool. If anyone just joined the stream when I was hitting an amplifier, they're probably thinking, what the fuck is he doing? Which is what happened in Lauren's case. Alright, so... okay, cool, let's turn the supply on then, and let's keep this going. Let's reach clipping. Turn this up a little bit on the scope. Okay. Okay, so it clips at exactly this point here. So that was 19.6 volts and it was 4 ohms. So, 96 watts RMS. So with one channel loaded, it makes 96 watts RMS at 4 ohms. So with both channels loaded, I wonder what difference that makes. So because it's in bridge mode, I have to use both my oscilloscope probes. This is why it's useful to have a good scope. So I use both of my probes here on the amplifier, one in channel left, one in channel right, and then turn both of them on. Okay, so I've got both of them on, and what will happen is the waves will be out of phase with each other, but then I can add a third wave by pressing this channel math button, and I can do channel math 1 minus 2, which will give me the resulting wave of the both channels together, which is what the speaker would see. Okay, here we go then. There it is, that's our clip point. So there was becoming a very small flat top to the bottom top of wave there, so that's probably about 1% THD there. Let's remove all of this stuff. Reset, so this was at 12 volts, remember, not 14 volts, so it'll be higher at 14 volts. So the voltage which we saw on each channel, because we have to combine the channels, was 13.51 volts times 2. So 27.02, and that was at 4 ohms, so calculate, that was 182 watts at 4 ohms bridged. So if we sort that out for 14.4 volts, let's just do 14.8. Let's do 14.8 divided by 12, which is what we would have just benched it at, 12 volts. Square the result, and then times that by 182.52. So that was 273 watts RMS at 4 ohms bridged. 273. So it's just over half of what it says on the amplifier's case. Okay, so it's a little bit more watts than I was expecting, but still not much. Still not much watts. 270 watts from an amplifier this size. This is flipping huge. I actually have an amplifier that does more power than that fits in the palm of your hand. This is the Banda Audio Parts Pocket. All right, the amplifier is actually about the size of this case. Yeah, so 270 watts at 4 ohms. 280 watts at 4 ohms. I'm going to screw this back up, then I'm going to read some live chat.